Hello, viewing party. This is being recorded. This is not live. This is last night, Max and Steven. But we just feel the need to come on here and give you guys a complete picture of the nonsense that just happened in this house. Oh my God, Steven, how are you like physically, emotionally feeling right now?
So Josh and Mitchell said that Quinn had aged 100 or three lifetimes or 3 years.
A broken
Like
man.
I just watching it, I feel like I've lived 10
It's
lifetimes. I
Guys, it's day 4, and I feel like the game has just been going on for weeks. It's day 4. I cannot
no,
comprehend how these people have played this game this much in 4 days. It is ridiculous.
they're all going so hard.
So hard. I mean, I
And
love it. Like it's like thank God we're making up for
oh,
last season,
yeah.
but
But
like it's so hard to keep up with.
but the thing is they're going so hard but so poorly.
They're doing it badly, yes.
Like they're being awful, but it's amazing to watch. Like
It's
it is
a whole mess.
incredible. But what are they doing? Like starting with what is Shane doing, deciding at this point to go after Quinn and Eric? Why would he do that right now?
Giant shots fired. Also, if you guys haven't watched the episode that was posted, go watch that first. This will make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
But Shane, I feel like why did he do that? I mean, he's not scared of drama at all.
No.
So he was like, if there's an opportunity to stir something up, he's like, sign me
Yeah,
up.
here I am. Yeah.
But also, I just think that he doesn't really have an overall strategy. I think he kind of just goes where the
Just
wind takes
does.
him and just does it. He just does whatever feels right in the moment, and like maybe whatever it's something like whatever his like emotions dictate in the moment. Um, uh, and like obviously Matt and Quinn are not on the best of terms, and Shane and Matt are
Sure.
this, so that didn't help Quinn's case, I guess, but he should have just been expecting this to happen. You know, he should have just been
Yeah.
prepared for all hell to break loose if he was going to do that, which it did.
It did, and then some.
And
But
then
I
some.
mean, but we agree the simple thing he could have done is gone after Nathan and Robbie, who
That
no
would have been
one seemed
so
to
easy.
care.
So easy.
You take that because there are no, like, we're talking, we have so many people left in this game. This isn't like in, Josh and I destroyed season 7's cast for not, for just constantly going after the big threats and letting other people slide. But this is not that time, right? Like this isn't like no one
Usually a
even knows
house
who threats
needs,
are yet.
yeah, usually a house needs like a couple of unifying votes in order to get their footing and to like figure out who
Right.
they want to be, who they want to work with. But like everybody's confused. Everybody is confused.
Well, and that leads us to what
So
happened today.
okay, we gotta go in sequential order. So Shane put up Quinn and Eric, and then we play the veto. Shane, Quinn, Eric play the veto, and the random draws are Thomas, Kaylee, and Jeff.
Yeah.
Thomas wins the veto
By 500.
by 500. It was very close.
Yeah.
Eric almost won it, which what even would have happened if Eric won it? I don't know, but
Who knows?
Thomas wins it. So then he is faced with a decision of what to do. And he starts off by saying that he wants to use it on somebody, he just doesn't know who. And as the afternoon creeps along, Thomas is like, oh, I kind of want to use it on Quinn. But the problem is, Thomas goes to everyone in the house and asks them what they think he should do. He asked everyone, and he's just very indecisive. Very indecisive.
Like
He asked Shane. He's
I
like, he asked Shane, he's like, what do you think I should do? And obviously Shane, whose target is Quinn, is going to say, don't use it.
Well, shy of wanting to use it as a backdoor, there's no HOH ever who has been like, yeah, please take someone I put on the block off.
Exactly.
Like, no.
Oh my god. Thomas
But
Thomas really mishandled this afternoon.
it's terrible.
It was really bad.
Like, I think
He either should have used it on Quinn and just stuck with it, or just not used it. Either one would have been an acceptable
from the
choice,
beginning.
but
Like,
from the beginning.
And I think the viewing party is going to think that we're exaggerating
They're
when we
not.
say that he talked to every single person.
He talked to Carson about it. Like, he talked
Every
to Jeff about
single solitary person. He said,
It
"What do
was-
you think we should like? What do you think
it
about me
was-
using it?"
it. It was incredible to watch, and I can explain why, because I know Thomas in real life. He's one of my best friends. He's very non-committal, and whenever you ask him to do something, he he wants all the options laid out in front of him before he makes his choice, and so making plans with him is impossible. And that reflected today in the shenanigans. Sorry, Thomas, I love you, but I gotta be real with the audience. So Shane eventually gets what he wants, because Thomas is so unsure and he's so scared of getting on Shane's bad side that he's just like kind of scared into doing whatever Shane wants.
Yeah.
So Shane, because Shane knows that Thomas wants to keep Quinn, which Thomas does, Shane is like, oh, don't use the veto. We can save Quinn. We have the votes. Thomas buys it, hook, line, and sinker. He buys it. He is so terrified of getting on Shane's bad side, and he's so trusting of just people in general that
Neither of which are things that I understand, by the way.
he got
Like,
played. He
this
just
is
got
the
played.
second vote of the game.
Quinn barely even talks to Shane, and so okay, then we get to Thomas is now like scared out of using the veto, so he's not going to use it, and Quinn finds this out. So Quinn is like panicking because Quinn was thinking that Thomas was going to use the veto line. So
Quinn was certain he was using that veto.
Quinn was so it was almost a done deal, and
Yeah.
it deteriorated very
Was
quickly.
not.
So Quinn calls Thomas, which we have recorded and which is in the episode. So go watch that. Quinn masterfully lays out exactly the situation. He says, why would we trust Shane? Shane is going after returners. He's going after room 4. I am a returner in room 4. You can just ensure my safety now by using the veto on me instead of leaving it up to chance and a vote. And the one thing Quinn maybe could have said is that the fact that you won the veto at all means that you're going to have a target on your back, Thomas. So like using it on me isn't going to make it any worse. But like Quinn did a fantastic job at telling the truth to Thomas and explaining the situation, and Thomas just did not pick it up.
Well, the problem was Thomas had just decided that he is terrified of Shane. He thinks of Shane as the godfather for some weird reason that I don't really understand. But Quinn, to say that Quinn was just masterful on
my
that
jaw,
call.
My jaw was on the floor. I was like, Quinn, I am so proud of you. I don't think I could have done that.
No.
Quinn's just had it. He was very perceptive of what was going on, and he just laid out Shane's game right in front of Thomas.
And he didn't do it. He did it so much better than he did with Matt the other day.
Yes,
because he wasn't forceful about it. He wasn't threatening.
No.
He was just saying, "Dude, why are you being dumb? Like, this is dumb.
Yes.
Like, please, listen to what's happening here. Like, I'm trying to help both of us."
Yeah, and Thomas was like, "I hear the words that you're saying, but I'm."
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
then this was like 5 minutes before the decision was due. So this was and Thomas sends in his video at the exact deadline. So then after Thomas sends the video, Quinn calls Thomas again and is like, bro, we cannot trust Shane. Like, why? Like, I'm not going to have the votes to stay. And at that point in the evening, that was correct.
That was 100% right.
Shane wanted Quinn gone. Matt was going to be on board with that. All of Shane's room one was going to be on board with that. So Quinn was dead in the water.
Yes.
But then he got to work. Alex and Robbie were kind of the driving force behind Quinn staying. Because, so first of all, Quinn's locked votes to stay are, at this point, maybe no one.
I don't know that Trey
Thomas.
was a lock. It was Thomas. Thomas was the only stone cold
Thomas
lock
was the
he had.
only person who would definitely vote to evict him. Or
like there was a like real distinct possibility it was 12-1.
Yes. Gray was on the fence.
Like
Trey was on the fence. Yeah. Robbie was not even in the conversation at this point. No one had talked to Nathan. Like Nathan was not even like included.
Nathan was non-existent though today. He wasn't talking to anybody.
Even Alex, who was supposedly Quinn's very close ally, was considering booting Quinn because he just didn't. He just wanted to be on the right side of the numbers. Don't blame him. But like even
Alex is not going to be on the wrong side of the numbers.
Exactly. So Alex was like, I hate this move if it needs to happen, but I will cut Quinn if I need to. So Robbie gets this bright idea to mix up the game, and he comes to Alex, and they start talking. And like Robbie like kind of initiated it, but Alex, I believe, and Alex said this in his DR, and he was correct. It's really Alex's move. Because Alex has his hands in so many different pots right now. Everybody likes him, everybody trusts him. And Alex was able to slowly turn the tide of the votes by saying, man, I just really like Quinn. I really like him. I don't want to get rid of him.
I trust him. And he's,
everybody realizes, wait, I don't even talk to Eric. Like, what? So.
Why would I? Yeah.
Quinn has played a much better social game than Eric at this point. Yes. And slowly but surely, they start rallying the numbers, and it's everyone's impression that it's going to be 8-5 to vote to evict Eric. That was not the vote tally. It was 7-6. Oh. And they are at this moment still so confused as to who voted where, and they're all wrong. Pretty much.
They're going to stay that way. No, the one person. There's one person who got them all right. And it was Shane. But no Shane immediately said, "This is who voted with us. This is who voted against us," and he nailed it, which was incredible. Because I saw the votes that were read, and I'm still not entirely sure who the 7 and who the 6 were, because that's how insane this day was.
Nobody knows who it is. Really, the person that flipped was Connor. Yes. Connor said that he would vote Eric out, but he voted out Quinn. And nobody was expecting him at all.
Well, that's because I don't know that Connor knows who he voted for today, because it made no sense. Like the conversation. So a big thing that happened was the conversation that Connor had with Gray, talking about which one of our fellow returners, like who do we need to keep. And almost immediately, Connor says we should keep Eric, and Gray is all on board. Like they decided together, let's keep Eric. And Connor, out of nowhere, decides to flip. So I don't know what the purpose of any of that conversation was, because if Connor had told Gray, hey, I think we should keep Eric and get rid of Quinn, maybe Gray goes along with that.
So you meant to say earlier that...
Oh, yes, I misspoke that.
Got it.
Sorry, misspoke. Yeah, they said we are voting Quinn, or we're voting Eric out. We are saving Quinn. And then Connor just decided, nah.
Connor Oh my god. So this is the predicament that everyone finds themselves in, is like the person who actually flipped might not even know that he did. And everybody who didn't actually flip is they're not even aware that the other side of the house thinks they flipped. Like
Right.
people think that it was Daryl, people think that it was Robbie, people think that it was Carson, people think that it was Zach. People think
Yep.
that it was like it. People don't know who it is. Like Zach,
Well,
like posted a list of people he thought voted one way. At least two of them were wrong.
yeah.
It
Oh,
was
his people that he trusts alliance, half of them voted against Zach tonight.
Zach has an alliance with himself, Jeff, Kaylee, which are on his side, and then
Yeah.
also included in this are Alex and Gray, which is so random.
Yeah.
Based on Zach's gut feeling of "I trust you," which is who knows what that means at this point.
Well, you
But
know.
there's a 5-person alliance that is definitely split in how they voted. So it's really funny. And then Alex and Gray are sitting here like, we're in every alliance. Like we're communicating with the entire house, and they
I
all
know.
think that we're with them. So it's a hot mess in this house. Like, how many different ways can you divide up 15 people?
We're finding out. What did you think about Alex telling Shane and telling Kaylee that he was not going to vote with them?
I actually don't mind it because Alex right now needs to be super careful about how often he lies because he is in so
Yeah.
many alliances and because a lot of the house thinks that he's with them. If he starts
Right.
spinning too many lies, people are going to catch on. So like,
Right.
I don't hate it. Like, I don't think I don't think Shane like I haven't been paying attention like very recently, but I'm not sure that really bothered Shane a whole lot. Did it? Or Kaylee. Like Kaylee's just like, oh whatever.
No, no. I mean, the thing is, no, but I mean, Shane and Matt were talking, and Shane did say, "Well, I respect that he told me," but I can't imagine he's thrilled about it. I mean, he wasn't happy when he first said it because Shane went to Matt and was like, "What the hell, dude?
Yeah,
Like,
clearly.
what, you know?" And obviously, he couldn't have known this if it was an 8-5 vote, or I should say it this way: if Alex knew the vote was going to be 7-6, there's no way he says anything. I
That's
don't
yeah,
think. But
probably.
because it was going to be 8-5, it was going to be a lot harder to hide behind those numbers. Where at a 7-6 vote, he could have hid on both
Every,
sides.
everyone
Yep.
is hiding. Oh my god. Daryl's lying to people,
Yep.
Robbie's lying to people, Zach's lying to people,
Zach is lying to people.
everybody is lying to everyone, and there's so much
Yep.
disinformation in the house right now. There's so much false stuff going around and so much speculation. People think it was Trey that flipped. I'm just like, oh my
Yep.
god, like nobody knows. So you think that the house is divided on these clear cut lines now, like a 7-6. It's not that simple. I don't
It's
believe.
not. But what the 7-6 vote did was made it to where no one trusts anyone. And
Yeah,
so that's where it gets to be a lot of fun because no one knows who they actually have anymore.
exactly.
And I mean, and the fun part is there are both sides that think they have Alex when neither side has Alex, right? Like they both have him, but that means no one has him.
That's probably true. I feel like
Alex is going to do what's best for him.
Alex has a
Period.
little bit more loyalty now towards the Quinn slash Gray slash Daryl universe because they were his original room and like that's who's been with the longest. But
Right.
like I said,
But
Alex is going to do what's best for Alex, and
he would throw each and every one of them under the bus in a heartbeat and not
exactly.
blink about it.
That's why Alex Day is a genius at these games.
He's so good. I just really, really worry there's going to come a time that this gets him because he's in. I mean, we saw it happen to Mitchell in season 6. We saw it happen to Shelby in season 7, where the people that are in with everyone, like there comes a time that the big thing that he's going to have to do is he's going to have to make that choice.
And he's going to have to slowly back away from the
That's
people that.
That's the thing. It can't be a Mitchell-esque blow up your entire alliance where everyone hates
Exactly.
you.
Oh my god.
Love
you, Mitch, you know.
Right. And it also, though, can't be what Shelby did of just staying in the middle as long as possible until, you know, people decided it was her time.
If anyone is capable of pulling that off successfully, it is Alex, because in his diary,
I believe it.
He is so self-aware. It like, I just have to like bow at his feet in terms of self-awareness.
Just his game in general. I mean, like it's the tiny things, like in his diary room saying, you know, I'm staying away from saying, you know, who the HOH's noms are or the POV. He specifically said like this, Shane's nominees were X, just to make sure people are blaming Shane for these nominees.
He understands people. He just understands how people work.
Yep.
And that combined with self-awareness, combined with his dominance in challenges. You haven't seen it yet because we haven't played many challenges because it's only day 4. But
no,
he is dominant in challenges. That potion combined together, unstoppable.
Yep.
The thing is,
his biggest problem is that we have 15 people left, and there's so much time for people. There's so much time for people to figure it out.
Yes.
And like if this was a normal season, it could be different. And his other problem is he's playing with a lot of really hard playing people.
Yes.
Like it.
He can't just like string people along and like.
No.
People are smart.
Yeah.
Like even Zach is showing some level of game awareness now, which is encouraging.
Yeah. He is.
It's not always correct, but it like
honestly there isn't.
The pieces are there for Zach to.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Honestly, like I know that. So Quinn doesn't trust Zach, and Quinn does think that Zach. He correctly thinks that Zach voted to evict him.
Yes.
But he's not sure about that because, like we said, you can't be sure about anything right now.
True.
But I mean, Zach is playing Quinn honestly really well.
Oh
like
yeah.
He's doing a great job of saying, "Oh yeah, help me out. I don't know anything. You know, I've got that connection to your brother. Like, how can we work together?"
For sure.
And I mean, the thing is,
Zach's a professional counselor. He knows how to. He knows how this works. Like,
right.
He is no. Like, he might be a little bit fuzzy on like the rules of the game, but like in terms of people, Zach is out there with the best of them.
No, and the thing is, I feel like overwhelmingly the house likes Zach. Like he is not even remotely on anyone's radar.
No, like people might throw his name out as like someone they just don't talk to a whole lot. But other than that, like he's just the goofy buffoon that posts videos with his kids. I'm like, I wrote down in my notes that I was very impressed with how Zach used that video of his daughter in the main chat. I'm like, that is exactly what you need to be doing to make
Brilliant.
people like you. And
oh no, that was Abby's way of going in season 6. She did nothing early on. She posted nothing but pictures of all of her kids, and
it works.
It did.
It worked. Everyone, with dog. Like somebody really said, "Hey, he has a cute dog.
Yeah,
we'll vote to keep him." I'm just like, at this early in the game, that stuff works.
No, that's the thing. At this stage, just be remotely likable.
Yes.
Unless you're Quinn, and then
Can we just talk about Quinn for a second?
We kind of have to.
Okay, Quinn. I feel so bad for him, and we all do as a hosting team. We feel so bad for Quinn because he just cannot catch a break in Big Brother Hometowns at all. He has done nothing wrong this season, yet he has been targeted from day 1. Nothing wrong. The reason that he's even remotely in the position he is, I believe, is because there was a misunderstanding of a joke between Jeff and Trey that Jeff then passed on to Shane. And then as soon as somebody says Shane, like as soon as like somebody says, oh, he rubs me the wrong way, or he's a little bit shady, like that.
That's it.
Once you introduce that into the conversation, it spreads like wildfire, and you cannot shake that
No.
label. Quinn just couldn't shake the label of being untrustworthy when he had done nothing wrong. It
No.
was really Trey's fault.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to Quinn seeing this and knowing that his number one, or although maybe not number one anymore,
No.
is who torpedoed him from day one.
Oh God, Trey. Trey,
But
Trey, Trey.
but no, Quinn is genuinely like,
He's trying.
again.
He's doing all of the right things, and he's damned if he talks to people. He's damned if he doesn't talk to people. Like people just don't trust him because I don't know if it's an association with me. I don't know if it's just that he like cares a lot. Like I don't know what it is.
The thing but that was never even brought up like in any of the chats we saw as a reason to get rid of him. It
really
was just
understand.
his name, like you said, honestly, it was your name came up. And when you are in especially a big house like this, your name coming up is a disaster because give anyone any reason to vote for you and they'll do it because it's not me. Done.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Like, especially where you have a bunch of returners. And what's interesting to me in this game versus say my season, we didn't have these people who do nothing but play orgs all the time in season 6.
You had a lot of newbies.
And so like being a returner in season 6 was a big deal because you've played like these kinds of games before. So it really felt like an advantage. I don't think these returners have any advantage over people like Alex and Shane. Like,
and the fact
not
that
at all
going for the returners is surprising to me because with this cast, because in any other cast like your cast, I get it, but with this cast, we have experienced people around the board like Shane, Matt, experienced, Jeff, experienced.
I mean, even Nathan has been playing games for years.
Experience. All of these people have done this before. So returning to this game, I don't like it.
Doesn't matter.
It's just a cheap excuse to target a group of people, which maybe that's good gameplay. I don't know, but these 6 people, now 5. The returners are not that tight with each other.
No.
They're really not. So they are of available for whoever wants to kind of pick and choose. Like if Thomas and Gray, no relationship at all, but they're both in this returners thing. You know, so like there are people available for numbers if you want to. Like Thomas is basically a free agent at this point. You know, someone could snatch him up, and but viewing the returners as a unit, I just don't see the value in it right now.
The value is it's simple.
It's simple.
It's a rallying cry, right? It's a way to say, okay, guys,
exactly.
We can't let these people, run this game. Yeah, I mean that's all that is. I don't know if it's a good strategy, like you said, but it's a strategy. I get it.
I don't know if anyone's running this game. Like the closest candidate is probably Alex, but I don't think anybody has control over this at all.
No. Alex is playing the best game right now. Like if we had to just say as of, after 2 votes, who is playing the best, it is Alex.
For sure.
But I don't know that you necessarily want to be playing the best game 2 days in.
No, because it's up to you. For sure.
Exactly. That's not. So I don't know. I mean, there are so many people, like I said, right now that are doing just fine. I mean, honestly, Robbie today, that was a big move.
I was impressed. Robbie made the rounds and drummed up support. He said in one of his chats today, I'm creating a movement. And I'm like, you sure are. Like Alex was kind of like the engine, but Robbie was the spark for sure.
Oh, Robbie was 100% the spark. That move does not happen without Robbie. Quinn is gone without Robbie because everyone else seemed content. no one else seemed to really want to rock the boat. There were a lot of people who were on the fence and didn't really want to vote Quinn out, but were like, well, it seems like these are the numbers. Every single conversation we had,
yeah,
every one of them were, well, looks like the numbers are saying that Quinn's going home, so I guess that's who I'm voting for. It wasn't, I want Quinn out.
No.
It was just, well, this is what it is, until Robbie said, nah, F that. Like, I don't, like, what? I want Matt and Shane to run things? They just put me on the block.
Exactly.
I'm not doing what they want to do.
Exactly.
And
Which
then,
is why
yeah.
you put people who... Okay, so, like, leaving Robbie and Nathan off the block was also a mistake by Shane, because now you have two people who have a vote that are not your biggest fan.
No.
So,
and like,
whereas
no, and that was a mistake.
Whereas Quinn and Matt almost wanted to work together, you know? Like, I don't know if that was ever going to happen, but, like, there was at least a possibility.
Well, the thing is, I'll give Matt this. He told Shane, I don't want Quinn on the block.
Exactly.
He said, don't put him, because I think we can use him. He owes me.
Number one ally said, don't put Quinn on the block.
Yep. But no, but Shane decided, this is what I'm doing, and that's that. It just is a perfect circle back beginning of our conversation. Shane really, really, really screwed up with who he put on the block. He allowed all of this nonsense to happen. And the biggest thing was Shane was just so very overconfident in who he had. I mean, he thought that all he had to do was snap his fingers and the house is going to yield. And in fairness, it almost did.
It almost did, but it roared back with a vengeance. And now Shane and Matt are left with Jeff, Zach, Carson, Kaylee, and those two. They're left with 6 in a 15-person house.
Right, but Kaylee could jump in a second, and
we haven't even talked about Kaylee yet.
Yeah, and Quinn would take her. I think Quinn would take her back in a second, because because Quinn, like, Kaylee told Quinn, look, I'm voting against you because this is what my alliance told me to do. I'm sorry. I hope, if you have the numbers, awesome. Like, I hope you do, because I really like you. I'd like to play with you, but I can't betray my people.
Exactly. And Quinn respected that. I talked to him earlier. Like, he was like, yeah, I get it. Like,
yeah.
And he liked the fact that Kaylee told him. So, Kaylee could for sure jump. She is also someone that I talked to her today after we did the video, and she's like, I'm just kind of doing what is best for me right now. And she was like, I talked to Eric a little more than Quinn, but she didn't sound super attached to one idea or the other.
No. And that's Kaylee's going to go far.
She's going to make 1,000,000%.
100%. There's no, I don't see a scenario she doesn't, unless something crazy happens.
Yeah.
But
Kaylee is going to be in high demand. She has been since day one, and I knew she would be, because she is extremely likable. She's a female, and it's just, that's, and she is talking to people. She's being social. So she's definitely going to go far. Yeah. And if she kind of turns on the jets a little bit later, who knows what she could do.
Yeah. I mean, I will say that I, for one, don't know how anyone could trust someone who has never watched The Price is Right. That's a very big red flag in my book. But, to each their own.
We give people a pass on some things, I guess.
But, you got anything else?
I mean, looking forward, new HOHs tomorrow. I see the game unfolding in 50 different ways, depending on who wins. Sometimes you can kind of guesstimate, if this set of people wins, this is going to happen. If this set of people wins, this is going to happen. But, you could have a different scenario for each possible person that can win.
Well, easily.
So the game is wide open. Wide open.
Yes.
The most wide open I've ever seen it, ever.
Yes. But I will say the people that are in the most trouble right now are Shane and Matt.
Yes, for sure. They got exposed.
Because if the 7 wins HOH, if Quinn was to win HOH, for example.
Quinn told me if he won HOH, he would put up Jeff and Carson and potentially backdoor Matt or Shane.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I feel
there you go. But those two are in a world of hurt because of their decisions, right? Like none of it had to be that way. But now they're on the wrong side of the numbers. They definitely made some enemies in doing so.
Another winner of mine, if we're going to talk winners and losers, we can say like what our winners and losers of this round. A winner for me is Connor. He might not realize. I don't know if he realizes what he did, but like no one suspects that he was the flipped vote.
No.
And he kind of like Alex, like everybody likes him. Everybody, like even Shane, like is like down with Connor.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of I never thought I would say that, but I'm like, good on you, Connor.
Connor, like I said, and again, I have to preface this with I don't know that he did. Really don't. Like I don't know if he was fully aware of all of the moves he was making today.
Regardless, it happened.
But he really did. Like everything worked out for him. Like the fact that it was 7-6 was amazing. Again, I don't know who he actually wanted out. I don't know if he cared between the two, which one went out.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah, but no, today was a very good day for him. And the fact is, Quinn, who he voted to evict, trusts him.
100%. Quinn has no idea.
No, and that is a phenomenal spot for him to be in. There right now isn't. Yeah. There's no one that distrusts him. Right. Yeah. No one distrusts Connor, which and we also, I think we're both also grading a little bit on a curve that he had a really winning day because his first 2 days were abysmal. But today, honestly, like as much as this game is changing day to day, hour to hour, minute to minute, mean, I don't know that anyone remembers anything Connor said day one.
The pace of this game is, I'm blown away. Another loser that I have is Thomas, simply because of his indecision. If he ever had any shot of working with Shane or Matt, that has gone out the window.
Yeah.
Gray doesn't trust him anymore, I don't think. And Thomas really doesn't have a tribe right now. He theoretically has the returners. He and Kaylee have had some nice conversations. He and Quinn are kind of okay, but like that relationship is awkward now. So Thomas is a little bit of like a floating fish, as one of our house guests would say.
Yeah.
I'm worried. I don't know what his direction is from here on out.
I mean, short term, I think he's fine. Yeah. Just because, but long term, this was a very, very bad day for him.
Yeah.
Because he
had a real opportunity here to solidify something.
Yes.
Like it was a missed opportunity for sure.
Quinn
could have been like this if he had used the Quinn. Instant pair.
Yes.
But he got cold feet, and now like the relationship is kind of there, but it's not.
No, but Quinn's not going to be able to count on him. No. That was made clear, especially after Quinn laid everything out to him.
Clear as day. I was sitting there with my jaw on the floor about how accurate Quinn described what was actually happening.
Right, and he still didn't do it. So why would you want to work with that person? Exactly. Like if they can't see that, then and poor Quinn, his number one was Trey, who goes and trays all over the place, and then now he deals with this with Thomas. I mean, he's got to find some better people.
Could be Kaylee. Who knows?
I mean, Mike, seriously though.
Man.
But no, he had definitely had a bad day. Honestly, the person in my mind that had the best day today, other than, I mean, honestly, Quinn, just for surviving,
Yes,
because
I
I thought
mean
he was gone. I
that
thought he
was
was absolutely gone.
that was assumed for me. Just like Quinn was the
Yeah,
automatic winner of the day because he was dead in the water like
yeah.
an hour ish
And,
before the
and like
vote.
I said, the funny thing was to me though was that Quinn did such a phenomenal job of explaining his case and like why he should stay and things like that. But he did it to Thomas when it didn't, and that didn't actually matter.
I
It was
know,
kind
right?
of
Thomas
like
was
he didn't actually save himself. Like other people saved Quinn without knowing how good a job Quinn had done to try to save himself.
no, that's the thing. Like Quinn doesn't really know how much credit to take for what he did,
Right. Like
and it's not
like
a whole lot, but like yeah, he under like he's obviously a little bit clueless about like where the votes fell, but
yeah.
in terms of the Shane situation, like he understands it completely. Like
Yeah.
he got it on lock,
Yeah.
and I think people will start waking up soon.
Yeah. If I obviously it depends on who wins HOH veto, but
Everything does.
I think Shane is toast. I don't see Shane making it another couple votes. I don't see Shane making jury. I don't. I just do not see a scenario where that happens.
People other than Matt, like Matt, of course, is like tight with Shane, but
Right.
people are just not on the Shane train anymore.
No. No, this was
So
such a bad day for him. And then the little tiny sliver of trust he could have had with Thomas, you don't have that now.
done.
So
Thomas literally. Well, this is the last thing I'll rail on Thomas about. But Thomas goes to Shane and says, "Hey, I really want to use veto, but I know you really don't want me to use it, so I'm still kind of not sure what I'm going to do." And I'm like, Thomas, what are you doing? Why,
yeah,
why would you say that?
yeah,
And then Shane
yeah.
is like, "Don't use it." I'm like, what did you expect Shane to say?
I don't know. I really don't. I will say a funny thing that my wife said was Thomas would have been better off just putting a poll in the group chat, like who wants me to use it and who
Yes,
doesn't, and just go with it that
that's
way.
basically what he did.
Because like that would have saved him a lot of time, a lot of headache.
Would have
We could
saved
have
us
gotten
a
the
lot of
POV
headache.
rolling.
I was working on a project at the time. I didn't have time to be paying attention to any veto decision. It was.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can take 2.5 more weeks of this, Steven. I'm exhausted. I'm started on.
I'm ready for like a quadruple eviction just to like at least
That's
make
the
it to where
thing.
instead of having 80 messages every 20 seconds, I'll be down to like 60.
And when we say 80 messages every like, maybe 80 messages every like 15, 10 minutes, maybe less than that. We're not
Oh,
exaggerating. We are not
no,
exaggerating at all.
it's less than that. It depends on the time of day. When during all of this Quinn, Eric, Vito, and Thomas nonsense, we were getting. I would honestly probably say we're getting 100 messages at least every 5 minutes,
Like no joke,
just from all over the place because
guys.
everyone's talking to everyone.
These people are insane. Like the number of interpersonal conversations, one-on-one conversations happening, astronomical.
Yeah,
Even among people that aren't really working together. And a lot of times it's just like, oh, what do you think about this? And like
yeah,
it's just like nothing, but they're still happening.
right.
They still show up in
But
our
our
inbox.
phones are still dinging.
We we do love it. Like we ask to be put in the chats because it helps us tell the story. But that just goes to illustrate like how fast and hard these people are going. I cannot explain
Yeah,
how intense these past 4 days have been. It's a wonder I've gotten any work
no,
done. I'm in finals week in Clemson right
I
now. It's a wonder I've achieved anything in my school because this has been, I feel like this is a full time job to keep up with this.
It absolutely is. To even try. I mean, I'm like I told you and Josh earlier, overwhelmingly, like I see the chats that I know that are important at that moment in time, and I know the ones that aren't. And the ones that aren't, I'm like, no, not dealing with this right now. Like
I'm
I'll
still working
look
on
at,
that filter, but
because otherwise I can't. My brain can't handle that amount of information.
Look, 11 different chats have surfaced within the past 30 minutes while we've been here.
Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah.
Let's see if anybody has figured anything out. No, I don't think so.
And just so people are, not just the amount of chats, but I'm looking at my Facebook Messenger right now, and in the last hour, we had Carson and Daryl, who aren't even a thing really, have 12 messages between them. Zach and Jeff 67, Shane and Alex 11, Nathan and Alex 17, Robbie and Nathan 65.
What are Robbie
Matt
and
and
Nathan talking
Shane,
about?
39. I'm sorry?
What are Robbie and Nathan even talking about?
I don't know. I don't know. But this is the nonsense that we're talking about, where why had you put 65 messages to each other?
And this is why I felt the need to
like
come
right
on.
now. It's hours after the vote.
Exactly. And this is why I felt the need that we need to come on here and like give you guys a more complete picture of what's going on, because this is not being captured in episodes because people aren't making diagrams.
No.
Like everybody's so
they're too busy talking to each other
that they're not like making diagrams. So we need to fill in the gaps, and there's just too much happening that we need to help you guys out. So welcome to see.
this, you know, this has been amazing. That's all I can really say about it. Like, we had such high hopes for this season, for this cast.
This was
like deciding to go with 18 people for the first time, especially after what just happened to us in season 7. And this, I mean, it, like you had said earlier in one of our chats, in 4 days, season 8 has eclipsed season 6, which I thought was a great season in my wholeheartedly biased opinion, and season 7 combined. And it has. It has. And it's not close.
No, I co-hosted season 6, and this level of gameplay, this volume, not level, this volume of
volume. Yeah. Again, the level isn't necessarily great, but my God, they're playing. They're playing. We can give them every one of them that.
Oh my God, Steven. All right, what else do we need to tell these people before we hop off of here? What do they need to know?
I honestly can't think of anything.
I just needed to play all of that before I went to sleep and forgot it all.
Exactly. So you're not. Yeah, that's fair.
Tomorrow, so.
I mean, hell, I'm sure after tomorrow we could go another hour because of how much nonsense happens.
I'm sure we could. If we ever do a live and people want to talk with us and commentate, we can organize that.
We can definitely make that happen.
Viewing party, we just wanted to stop in and say hi. You're your favorite co-host, Max and Steven. Josh is editing the episode and probably almost asleep, so.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. Never mind.
No, he's not. Stop that. No, he's going to end up watching this entire thing that we just did, and then he might consider going to sleep.
You know what? You're right. All right. So, viewing party, we will catch you later, probably in a competition, maybe in another video like this. Who knows? I hope you're enjoying the season. Give us feedback. We love to hear from you. Give us comments.
If you're not enjoying the season, I don't know what you want. because
Exactly.
this is
This is
we
yeah.
can't do a lot better than this, guys. Like this is
we
anything we could have asked for and more. So
peaked.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so
All
we're
right.
starting off. Peace out, everyone.